Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I was like, what the hell am I gonna film? And I just got the idea of filming a video where I do two completely different styles of makeup on my face. So let's see the result. I'm using different products on each side of my face. So I'm not repeating the products. I'm using a different foundation, I'm using different blushes. On one side I'm using all creams, on the other side I'm using all powders, except for the foundations. So we're gonna start by using the foundation. This is all Sheglam, and this is the Skinfinite Hydrating Foundation. And I don't have a sponge. I don't have a sponge, so I think I'm gonna have to grab one somewhere. Here we go. I'll just spray it with a misting spray. This foundation might be a little too dark for me, but we'll fix that with concealer. Okay, so what do I think of this foundation so far? I think I've used this foundation before and I don't remember what I think of it. But it's looking pretty well. It's looking pretty nice. Yeah, no complaints here. The sponge is dry, so I don't know how much it's helping. So let me put some of this mist on the sponge. A lot of the mist on the sponge. Maybe that will help. Okay, so, all right, so on the other side, I'm using the Full Coverage Foundation Balm. This was in the shade Sand, the first foundation, and this is in the shade Nude. So the brush was for this kind of foundation. So let's go in with the shade Nude. Let's see. It's also not a bad foundation, in my opinion. I mean, you have to see how it wears and everything, but so far it's not looking bad. Okay, so we've got the foundation on this side. They made a little bit more right here and right here. I hope I don't get the sides confused. So this is gonna be the cream side and this is gonna be the powder side. Just trying to cover up some redness there that I have because I found my face like a great a-hole. Yeah, I literally fell on my face. I had all my boxes of like makeup and stuff on the floor and I just slammed my face against the floor. I started laughing after that. You know when you just laugh by yourself just because it was funny and nothing happened to you, like you're not really hurt, so I just laughed at myself. I'm using my hair stuff because it's the closest thing I found to a towel right now. So my hair stuff is the one. So, okay, so this is the foundation. Foundations are out of the pictures now. Now, on two, I have here 3 bronzers. So I'm gonna go with, I want something that will be something like this. Yes, like this. To do something like, oh no, not on this side. something like a contour, and then I'll do something like a bronzer. It looked way too gray, but now that it's blending on my face, it doesn't look gray. It doesn't look gray. I thought it was gonna look way too gray on my face. Apparently they got their colors spot on. Let's see that with the rest. Okay, I also have this one, which I can add right here. And I can add right here. I can add right here. And here. And on one side of my nose. This one, I guess you can see the color a little bit more. But that's good because it's a bronzing tone. And I'm not using any powder, so I need a bronzer. And let's see how, I don't know how I'm gonna do the whole nose thing of like contouring one side of my nose with one product and contouring with another product. That's gonna be a tough challenge, but we'll get it done. And the last one is lighter, so we'll use the lightest one to just add more bronziness to the face. I'm gonna wet this sponge a little bit more. And I'm gonna add a concealer. I'm going for a more natural look on this side, I guess. I think so. Then the other side. Well, I'm just gonna go like this with this because it's like impossible to do with both, with one shade, with two shades, you know. So I'm just gonna lighten up my nose with this concealer. I think it's picking up the foundation. Wait, what's going on? Maybe it was too wet. Let me see. Might need a little bit more foundation right there. Or actually, I'll add a little bit of a darker concealer right there. Yeah, the sponge was way too wet. If your sponge is way too wet, it's gonna pick up all the product. Like if it's too dry, it won't do anything, and if it's too wet, it will pick up all the product. Like it will just mess it around and throw it all over the place. Okay. All right, so concealer is looking great. Like I said, like the concealer, the consistency of the concealer, I'm really loving it. It looks flawless. It doesn't look flawless on camera, but my natural eye makes it look like it's flawless. What happened on this side? All right, so now concealer on the other side. I'm using a little bit of a darker concealer. And why not just go over it like this again? Ooh, I never added that much concealer right there, but I feel like somehow it came off, like the foundation came off, so whatever. Let's just add concealer. I think this concealer fits me better than the other one. The other one might be a little too pale for my taste. I don't like such a big contrast between my concealer and the rest of my face. So this one is definitely a better choice. So that's what I'm using to conceal over here. So the concealer is kind of hard to just do one side on the other side because you kind of need to use both concealers on both sides for the look that you're trying to achieve. And this, for some reason, it looks splotchy on camera, but it doesn't look splotchy in person. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more bronzer. That's not the bronzer, that's the contour. So let's add some bronzer here. Perfect. Perfecto. Yes, perfect. Okay. So now onto the blush. We're gonna use, first I'm gonna use this blush. It's a purple blush. We're mixing blushes today and I don't mind, even if it's the more natural look. I love a lot of blush, so a lot of blush it will be. Then I'm using this stick. And tap it out. And finally, I thought I had another liquid blush because I've bought so many, but apparently I don't have any more on this table, so I'm gonna add a little bit over here. Oh, but I do have another blush to play around with. I have this blush. So let's apply a little bit of this blush. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, wow. Okay, where's the sponge at? We'll see. Maybe with the rest of the makeup, the blush will subside a little bit. You know? Maybe. Because now I'm looking very, very blushy. Very, very blushy. Maybe it just looks weird because the other side is not done. We'll see. We'll figure it out and fix it all up. Okay, so now for the highlighter, I'm using these two highlighters. This one is a pinky one. And I'm using the white one in different areas. I'm using it on my nose. Oops, on my nose. It's like Cupid's bow, just one side of the Cupid's bow. Just the end of the nose, and then I'll use the powder highlighter on the rest of the nose. And I'm applying it right here, right here, right here. Okay, let's see. Okay. Where's this red? I added a highlight. Oh, it's red because this brush was red. So I need to go back to concealer and conceal this a little bit. Okay. I'm realizing that where I added the blush, the highlighter, the foundation kind of moved. So I'm just patting to make sure that the foundation's not moving. Okay. What else? What else, you guys? Because something's not giving me the vibes that I want. So let's start with the other side and see what goes on. We're gonna go on with the Sunside bronzer. These are mostly all new products that I'm trying. So, whoa, bear with me. This is much easier to create the look of the bronzy face than with the sponges. Even though I do love those applicators and those sponges, this is much easier and the face is starting to look a little bit more cohesive. Okay, wait. Okay. So I definitely need to add more bronzer to this side of the face. But I mean, we're not trying to make them equal because we're just trying to make two different looks with different applications so that you guys can see like what would be the best method of application if you were to do your makeup, what you would like. So I feel like I need more bronzer up here. I'm gonna go with this one. And right here. See, this is for a much more natural look and I'm trying to even it out to the other side. And because when I use these products, I use them and that's it. Like I get out of the door, you know. But since now I'm trying to even it out to the other side, it's becoming a little harder. But now see, now they're evening out. They're evening out. Okay, so for blush, for this side, I'm only using powder blushes. So I'm gonna use Daytime Dahlia. This is Sheglam Flora Blush Powder, Flora Blush Blush Palette. Flora Flush Blush Palette. And this also allows me to like go over my eye, which I am gonna do with the creams. Go over my eye. I'm using another color over here. A little bit right here. which I had already added over here, but whatever, I'm cheating a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of this bronzy tone. No, not this one, a darker one, to my eyelid. Because that's how I like it. I like to add bronzy tones to my eyelid. There we go. And with the brush, I'm adding a little bit of a bronzer to my eyelid as well. So they're looking pretty similar. And for my under eye, well, we'll do that with the eyeshadow palette. Okay, so we've got the complexion going on. It looks pretty similar. I haven't added the highlighter, so I'm going to use this Moonside highlighter on the left side of my face. I'm using it a little bit on the nose. I'm going to add a little bit more right there. Tip of the nose. Tip of the nose. Keeps going in the middle. And some right here. And also some right here. Because we are doing different looks. We're not trying to make this the exact same face on both sides. Just like kind of different, but kind of the same. I don't know how to explain it, but let's do the eyebrows on one side first. On this side, I'm going with a lighter shade. I hope it's the lighter shade. It's like a grayish tone. It's actually called gray on the box. But it suits you if you're like a dirty blonde like I am. A grayish tone suits you because it's an ashy tone. And I'm not like a reddish blonde, I'm more of an ashy blonde. So there's one eyebrow, and we're gonna set it with the Sheglam Set Me Up Brow Gel. Let's see. Okay, I don't know how that works, but whatever. I don't think it sets the brows very, very well, to be honest. I think the spoolie is too dark, too hard. And now we're doing something a little bit different on this side. I think I actually ended up using the darker shade on which side? Yeah, on this side. It's barely noticeable. Okay, perfect. And now I'm using this brow glue from Makeup Revolution, which they sell at Sheglam. Everything I'm using, I bought it at Sheglam, so just in case you guys are interested. Okay, so obviously this one looks different from this one. I think I'm gonna add some of this to this side because it looks more natural and I want this side to look more natural. So I want my lashes to be brushed up. Okay, so now on to, what else? Eyeshadow. Eyeshadow, for one side, I'm gonna go with my typical super natural brownie eyeshadow color. This side. I'm obviously not using creams as shadows because I don't have creams as shadows. But you get what I'm saying. I use creams to do the complexion. And then you guys can decide which one you like better. This is the palette for Baker's Sake palette. It's beautiful. Okay. Now, I think I'm just gonna add some brownie shade to my lower lid. This might not be the best brush for that, but let's see. Okay. I don't want this to be completely pale, so I'm gonna add some golden shimmer. It's not very potent, to be honest. It's quite sheer. Oh, well, maybe if you add more, it's a little bit more potent. Potent. Okay. So that's the eye look. Super simple, everyday eye look. There we go. Super simple, everyday eye look. And onto the other side, I'm gonna go darker. My nose is bleeding, watering. Sorry, guys. That's what's removing my makeup. Now I know. So I'm doing a more exaggerated eye look on this side because I want to see what different looks I can get from the same palette and which side I look better with a more exaggerated eye look and face look and everything look, or with a more subtle look. Still gonna darken it up a little bit more. And now that it's darkened, it's time to add the shimmer, and I'm gonna add some blue shimmer. Well, first I'm gonna add some of this purple shadow, and then I'll add the blue shimmer on top. As you guys might have noticed, I don't edit my videos, I don't cut my videos, and it might be kind of like boring for some of you guys because it's like, oh, well, she's taking forever to do this and that, but like, you can literally be doing whatever you want while you're watching me, and you don't have to be like sitting there watching me. You can just listen to me in the background, and I'm not expecting people to just stare at me for 40 minutes doing my makeup. So I just don't edit my videos because, first of all, I don't know how to, and second of all, I just wanted my videos to be as raw as possible. Maybe one day I'll edit them, but for now, I think I'm gonna stick to just what I'm doing right now. This is darker now, and I'm gonna do a wing. A tiny, tiny wing with chocolate, with chocoholic. Let me add some setting spray. I'm gonna lower my mirror. I think the line is way too long for my taste. I'm just gonna cut it right here. And that's it. Yeah. And I'm gonna connect it to the top lash. Okay. Yeah, so these two eye looks are pretty different. So for the inner corners of the eye looks, I'm just gonna go with Lady Lavender on this side. Because I think that's what matches, and I'm going with I Want More, which is a goldy shimmer. All right, so eyes are looking quite different. Let me just add a tiny bit of this right here. And extend it, but not with a wing, just extending it a little bit. Okay, perfect. And now I'm adding some concealer to this area where it came off because my nose was bleeding. Not bleeding, watering. I keep saying bleeding. Where's the blood at? Okay, so I think I'm just gonna mist my face. I don't think I have any powder, so I'm just gonna mist my face. Yes, the powder I have, never mind, I do have a powder, but I think it's too dark, and I think it's gonna darken my whole face, and we don't want that. So, using this, I'm gonna try to contour my nose a little bit more. Yeah or nay, yay or nay. It looks much better in person. It looks much, much better in person than it looks like in camera. And I think I need more blush on one side. This side. With this brush. And for the lips, I'm lip lining one side with one lip liner, which is a more natural lip color. And then on the other side, I'm using this one, which is much darker. I think it's much darker. It might not be much darker, but it's definitely darker. Now onto the lips. For this side, I'm using this ones. Which develop into a beautiful color. I don't know which one this is gonna develop into. It's so hard to just like move one side of your lip. And then for the other side, I'm actually gonna use some of this cream shadow. Which looks okay. And then on the natural side, we're adding regular lip gloss. Let me clean this up. And on the other side, I'm adding this lip gloss in the shade Jammy. I feel like this side looks so sad. I'm gonna add it to both sides. Screw it. See, now this side looks happy too. So now, curling our lashes. For one side, I'm gonna be using the lengthening side, and for the other side, I'm gonna be using the volume side. This is the volume side. Why does it keep getting always on my upper lid? I already got that little like machine that helps you not get it on your upper lid. But I'm not gonna say this mascara is amazing, you guys. Honestly, I don't really care about this mascara. I wouldn't care if I lost it. It's really not that good. And I'm gonna do the more natural side on this side. Okay, so let's just remove the black mascara on the top. You can just do it with a spoolie. It's the easiest way once it dries out. Just don't do it hard because it's your eye area. Do it really slow and light, but I think it's gone. And yeah, you guys, I think this is the final look of one side with creams and the other side with powders. They both look super glowy because I didn't powder my face. So they both look super, super glowy, but I promise you in person, they both look really, really nice. I'm looking at myself in the mirror and they both look really nice. I would just add some powder and it will just like lock in the look. I'm gonna try to add some of this powder, which is a little bronzing. And let's see if it doesn't bronze my face too much. Let's see. Because I really want to see what it looks like with powder on. Oh, specifically there, because right there is where it's moving. See, it looks so much better with powder. And it's not adding a lot of color. It's my nose, it's my nose, it's my nose. It's my nose. I'm gonna add powder as soon as I'm done mixing it. And since the powder is not that light, it's gonna help it. Wait, what's that now? So now we are ready, you guys. We're ready to go out. This would be like my daytime kind of look, to go out and just walk around in the park. This would be more of a nighttime look, to just go out and have drinks or dinner with someone. And my lips have turned pretty clear. Not clear, but they're not very colored. I want more color. So this is the final look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. It was a weird video. I understand if you didn't watch it all, because it was just like such a random play around video of like what makeup looks like in different, like what makeup looks like. No, I'm trying to say what kind of makeup looks like in the same face, you know? So like cream makeup on this side and powder makeup on this side, and like an exaggerated eye look, how it makes your face look, and a classic, more toned down eye look, how it makes your eyes look. So that way you can kind of see what would make you look better for an occasion. That was kind of my point of the whole video. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I care so much about all of you. Thank you so much for all of you that subscribe to my channel. We're having a lot of content coming in and I'm really excited. So yeah, take care and I'll see you around tomorrow probably. So yeah, that's all. Bye.